and all the real women of Philadelphia. I'm Jo Davison from Naples, Florida, and this week we have side dishes. And I'm not exactly sure if you know or not, but right now, if you see these little things, they're all the rage with my children. These little rubber bands that are on my wrist. Now, what's kind of cool about them is all the kids are trading them, and it kind of reminds me of when I was in school, which this is now going to date me because we used to have little friendship pins that we put beads on, and we'd stick them on our tennis shoes or on our clothing. So this is what all the kids are doing. They're collecting and trading these cool little rubber bands, and they have like little shapes. You can see this one. It's a skull. I like skulls. I also have pink highlights. It's just kind of on my own. And this one's probably my favorite because I love palm trees, and my daughter traded one of her absolute favorites to get it for me in school. That was very sweet of her, don't you think? Since we're talking about what's all the rage right now, in my household, it's fried macaroni and cheese balls. So it's a perfect side dish for the steaks we're gonna grill tonight. And I wanna show you how I make them. So first of all, we're gonna go over all our ingredients. Here we go. All right, let's get some fried macaroni and cheese balls made. First thing we're going to do is we are going to get a large pot of water boiling so that we can cook our macaroni in it. You're going to make it according to the package directions, and we do want to keep it a little al dente so it doesn't fall apart once we fry the little cheese balls. Once the macaroni is cooked, I'm going to drain it and run it under some cold water to cool the pasta down. Okay, macaroni has cooked. Only took a few minutes. It's kicking back, relaxing, waiting for its cheese. So let's get it started. We're going to start off with making a roux, so we're going to use 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons of flour. Anytime you're making a roux, you are doing equal parts fat and equal parts flour. And use a whisk. This is going to take just a minute or so. We want to make sure we cook out the flour taste, but you have this really golden starting point. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to use our 2 cups of milk, and it needs to be warm. So I just moved it in the micro. I'm going to pour this in slowly, and we are going to whisk this with our roux and just incorporate it. This is going to take about 2 minutes or so. We're trying to thicken up our milk with the roux. So you just want to keep whisking it and working it. Everything's ready. Milk is nice and thickened up. What we're going to do is we're going to start incorporating our cheese. So we're ready for the cheeses. Switching from the whisk to my little rubber spatula here, we're going to add our cream cheese in first. I like incorporating one cheese at a time. That way we're not ending up with a big old clump in there. Next, I'm going to add another crash product, Velveeta cheese. One thing I've noticed about the Velveeta cheese is the way it melts. It doesn't clump, and it's not very oily when you're using some of your other type of cheeses. Next is the Gouda. It's kind of funny, huh? Gouda. Now, Gouda is good. I like Gouda because it's very creamy and it has a very smoky taste to it. Now, there is regular Gouda and there's smoked Gouda. I've used smoked Gouda. Our macaroni is going to be very happy if it gets to bathe in this cheese sauce. Okay, smells so good. Next, sharp cheddar. I love sharp cheddar cheese, and I guess all of us do because we go through lots of it in this household. But once again, the flavor profile is, I don't know, it just has a little extra oomph than a regular cheddar. Okay. Next, I'm going to have you take a look at this. I'm a cameraman today, so got to kind of show it to you. Lovely, isn't it? Oh, that goodness. Now we need to add a little bit of salt and pepper just to flavor it a little bit. I'm not going to use a whole lot. Okay, we're going to try that. And I like pepper in mine, so that was a pretty good pinch of it. It was probably about a teaspoon and a half. So before, what we're going to do is we're going to just take it off the heat because it's all incorporated. And I'm going to taste it. 1, because every good cook should taste their food when they're cooking it, and 2, because it's cheese sauce. off the heat. Going to get our macaroni. Okay, it's all drained. I'm going to add it in. How gooey that is. Okay, everything's combined. Okay, we're going to start making the macaroni and cheese balls. So what we're going to do is, what I like to do is get a regular muffin tin, and I put some wax paper on top. And all it does is, since we're going to make them right away, it helps keep the form. Okay, I'm just going to take like a little ice cream scooper. You can make them as big, as small as you want. I like this little medium size. And all I'm going to do is scoop it in. Nice little macaroni and cheese ball. Once again, I'm going to do this on all of them, and I'm going to fill up these. All right, all of the cheese balls have been made. I'm going to get ready to stick them in the freezer. And while we're doing that, we're going to leave them in there about 10 minutes. That gives us time to get our oil up to temperature. Okay, we're back. Macaroni and cheese balls are still in the freezer. I'm going to take them out in just a minute after we assemble this. My oil is getting up to temperature. It's about 290 right now. We want to get it up to about 350. And right now I'm just using a regular stock pot, a small one, saucepan, with a thermometer. You can use any type of deep fryer. I have a little one that I use sometimes. And unless you have, of course, one of those Mac Daddy ones that Miss Paula Dean has, that is one nice machine. You know, by all means, use something like that. So normally you would use 3 cups of breadcrumbs. Like I said, I like the panko. And about 3/4 cups of Parmesan cheese, just the finely grated. All you want to do is mix this together and use your hands. No big deal. We're just adding another element of cheese to our macaroni and cheese balls. Okay, we're setting that to the side. Going to make our egg wash. I'm going to use 2 eggs and a splash of milk. Just whisk these together. Okay, let's get these babies made. Steaks are on the grill. We are ready. What we're going to do is just going to pop one out. Very simple. We're going to put it in our egg mixture. Then our breadcrumbs. And when you're doing this, I kind of form a little more of a ball shape because now there is breadcrumbs around it. Here we go. Careful when putting it in, please. Very hot oil. Yum! And they're not going to take very long at all to fry up. So you need to keep an eye on it. Stick it on a paper towel for it to drain. And you continue that through with all of them, as many as you're going to make. I'm going to make them all up, and then I'm going to show you what they look like when we're all done. Yay! Dinner's ready. Let me show you how wonderful these look. First of all, and it's a very pretty platter with our marinara sauce, and then with our steak and our broccoli. Gotta have those veggies. Okay, let's crack one of these puppies open and eat them. Mmm. One of my favorite side dishes ever. The smokiness of the Gouda, the creaminess of the Philadelphia cream cheese, of course, all encased in a crispy, crunchy bite. I'd like to thank Paula and Philadelphia Cream Cheese for this opportunity and send a shout out to all of the women of the Real Women of Philadelphia Forum who we have been friending and supporting each other and having a wonderful time. And a quick thing, besides the macaroni and cheese balls that will make your kids really happy, go out and buy these little rubber bands for them. They'll love them, and you'll be the coolest mom on the block. I promise. My cool status is about right here with my kids. It is. I promise. Bye.